What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig, and we're going to be taking a look at the markets. Pre-markets seem like they're going to open in the green. So does that mean Bitcoin pumps? Possibly, not a guarantee. We're going to take a look at all our possible targets. It is the weekend. I hope everybody has a great weekend. I won't be doing any videos this weekend unless something big happens that I might do a live. So make sure you tick that notification bell and subscribe to the channel to get you updated when I post new videos. Otherwise, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think is going to happen this weekend. Are we going to get a big pump or are we going to get a dump? We're going to take a look at the targets here, so let's get into it. So if we look at the Amazon to Bitcoin comparison chart, you can go to my YouTube page on December 2nd. I made a video talking about this. Back here in the .com bubble, all the scams had to get washed out, and that's what happened here. And I'm sure if you were around back then, you never thought it was going to go from 113 all the way down to like $4, right? Just like people don't think Bitcoin can go to 3,700. Now, I'm not saying it has to go to 3,700. People ask what will invalidate this chart. Would be a break of this 48 right here. If it breaks the 48,000 again, that will totally invalidate this chart. You don't have to look at it anymore. But until then, it still looks pretty damn valid to me. Still seems to be playing out beautifully. We also have a target up around the 6,500 range, but if you look at the RSI in this, that also is matching up, and the MACD is matching up. So just something to be careful. Can you handle this if it was to happen? Ask yourself that. Be careful in these markets, guys. Nothing is guaranteed. People seem to think that Bitcoin is guaranteed to succeed. I'm not a Bitcoin hater. I hope it does succeed. But I think there's a lot that has to happen before that. Like, we need to wash out all the crap coins, get them out of the market, at least most of them. And that's what happens in these big dumps. Now, if it was to play out like this, like I said, the 2023, middle or end of 2023 is when I would expect to see the bottom. Does that mean Bitcoin shoots straight up and goes to the moon like a lot of people talk about? I don't think so. I think it could take 5 to 10 years to break this all-time high. It took Amazon 10 years to recover. Why would it take so long? Because if you think about it, if this did dump down to these levels, many people are going to get away from crypto. Most of them probably never come back. It'll take a long time to build confidence in the market, just like it did back in the .com bubble. So it could be a slow, long recovery. Not saying it can't just be a huge bounce, but that's a lot less likely in my opinion. The Dow Jones, we're also going to take a look. Make sure you stick around because we're going to take a look at the smaller time frames in Bitcoin, look at our targets. Then we're going to take a look at our Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP chart, a quick look at gold and silver. Make sure you scroll down, smash that thumbs up. I know a lot of people don't do that. I don't know if it's out of laziness or just don't know how, but if you scroll down under the video, hit that thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. Leave your comments down below. What do you think we're going to get this weekend? You think we're going to get a big fake out to the upside before another crash? Do you think we're going to break that 28.6? We're going to take a look at our daily and 4-hour levels to look at where my targets are and what to watch for in the markets over the weekend. So let's take a look at the Dow. Once we broke over here, we had this target of 30,700 points. Our rejection area is around that 32.9. Now, if we do, it is Friday. A lot of times on Friday, the traditional markets, they try to pump them up, get a relief rally at least. So if we do pass this 32.9 and get support here next week, we could be looking to retest this again at 34.5. Otherwise, if we get our rejection here, I think we come back and test this level again. Now, if this level breaks, I've talked about this many times, it could look something like back in the 1929 Great Depression. This is another pattern that seems to be playing out. Is it guaranteed? Nothing's guaranteed in any markets, guys. You got to understand that and remember that. Nothing is guaranteed. Nobody knows 100% where this is going, but you need to think about it. And could you handle something like this? The DXY rises. I'm sure it did over here. We don't have charts to show that. But what happens is the smart money gets into the dollar, and then when this is all over, they buy back in the bottom. This took 30 years to recover. So anybody that was holding up here, they didn't see those returns for 30 years. Does it have to take that long? Absolutely not. It could be a quick bounce, but you need to be aware of the possibilities. The DXY. So the DXY, once we broke this rising channel, we had the target of 101 1013, right in that range. We almost hit it. We were pretty damn close. Now, obviously, it's the weekend. Could the dollar rally and break this before the end of the day? Possibly, but most likely not going to happen. That's why Bitcoin could do pretty much anything this weekend, but we will look at points to watch. A break of the 102.40, again, the DXY and support here, I think that will be a massive dump for Bitcoin. If we break this lower level, then maybe Bitcoin pumps at that level. But as you guys know, I watch the DXY all the time. I've been watching it for like 2 years on my channel. A lot of people are just starting to watch it, but we've been watching it this whole time. So before we get into smaller time frames, check out Prime XBT. The link's down below. By using my link and my promo code Savvy50, it can get you up to a $7,000 bonus. Savvy25 gets you 25% off your fees. We did have a contest last week. The winners of the contest are right here. Look at the stats. And there are the winners. There was a $5,000 win, $2,000. If you guys liked this contest, leave a comment down below. I'll try to get another one going or something similar. I'll work with Prime and try to get something going for you guys. But anyways, check it out. You can trade gold, silver, oil, Forex, altcoins, all kinds of stuff. Dow Jones, S&P, everything, all from one exchange. It's not a scam exchange. They don't trade against you like the other ones. Definitely check them out if you haven't. Now on the weekly. So the weekly, we still have this target around the 24.5 range. Will it hit? Possibly before we come up to this range. But remember, it is a crazy weekend. We could get as high, and this is the weekly chart, so we could wick above, and we'll talk about that in the smaller time frames. But the weekly resistance is going to be around that $35,000 range. Now, if you look at the RSI, we do have room to come down here, but it doesn't mean we can't have a little pump up before. So like I said, this weekend's going to be crazy, but I do expect the weekly RSI to come down and retest this bottom right here. And if that happens, it could go much lower than people are thinking. But again, we're going to take a look at the targets. So this is our daily chart. This is why I remained bearish. We had 5 waves down, our 3 waves up. We were expecting 3 waves. Went a little bit higher than we expected. Nevertheless, it happened. And then we had our target here, the 25.66, which was just a measured move from the break of this bear flag. And we did hit our target. So could that be it? Possibly. But again, we'll take a look at everything here. So if we do manage to break out of this descending triangle here, we talked about it yesterday. We did get a wick below. Could it have been a fake out? Well, obviously it was a fake out. We dropped back below, but as long as we're in this, it's still uncertain where we are going. If we break that 28.6 range again, you guys know my targets. Let me show you real quick. Just take a measured move from this. If we break that again, I think we could be headed down to that 25.66 range again, which would retest these lows. We also have our target right here at 24.37, and all that is a measured move from this rising wedge where it broke, gets us there. So that's why I still think it's a good possibility we get down to that range, maybe a quick wick and bounce. If we bounce from there, great. We'll probably go up and test that $35,000 to $40,000 range. Like I said, if you look back at the Amazon chart, we could range around in this area. If we are right about here, we could range in this area. This one took from April to June. So a month in this range before dropping lower. But remember, in a bear market, every pump gets everyone bullish again. Everybody starts buying or just feels like it's going to continue up, and then it drops lower. And then they wish they'd have sold up here, and then it does it again and again, over and over. But let's take a look at the other worst case scenario here. We could take a measured move. And people talked about yesterday, they said that using the log chart, it only goes to 12,000. Well, you don't use log charts in measured moves. Anyone that's been trading for any amount of time knows that. So if they're really trading, I'll say. But if we take a measured move from where the trend broke right here, that would be the flagpole, down to the bottom of the bear flag and put it over here. And that doesn't mean it's one swift drop, guys. Like I said, I don't think we see the bottom until 2023. But that would give us a measured move of 68.40. We also can look at this as a flagpole, this being the bear flag, and put it down to the break of that 28.6. A daily close below 28.6 will be bad for Bitcoin, in my opinion. Then I'm looking for 24 to 25,000 for the bounce. If that breaks, if we do not get a bounce there, we could see as low as 16.5, and that's the measured move of this flagpole here, this being a bear flag. And like I said, that gets us down to that range there. Real good possibility. Also, if that 24 breaks, you could see 16.5. It could be a huge flush. If that happens, then I would consider that possibly the bottom's in. If we break through this, come up and get a quick recovery. That's the only way I would consider that the bottom is in. As of right now, I do not think the bottom's in. I haven't thought that. And anyone that watches my channel knows once we back over here when we were at about 56,000, I called the top at 50 or 64. It hit almost perfectly. You go back and check my videos. Then I said around the middle of June, we should get a fake out bull trap rally, which we got. People say this wasn't a bull trap. It was a bull trap. There's a lot of bulls trapped up here, and we are way down. How much are we down right now? Let's take a price range all the way down to here. We fell down 63%. But remember, in the Amazon chart and Bitcoin, I believe this is all just one big bull cycle, and this is the first bear market, in my opinion, the first real bear market. So anyways, let's look at the 4 hour, look at a couple more things, then we'll get into Ethereum, Litecoin, and XRP, also gold and silver. So if we take the measured move from the fall out of this rising channel here, that gets the RSI back down to around the 20 level. If that happens, that's where I would expect the bounce. Again, that could get us all the way down to that 24, 25,000. And then if the RSI is here, we get a big bounce. That's where, we may head to them higher targets. Now, if we were to come up here and retest the bottom of that flagpole in the next couple weeks, that'd be around the 38.9. But remember, on the weekly, the resistance is 35. So we could get a wick up to this range and continue down. Now let's look at the daily one more time. I'm going to zoom in on this and tell you my targets. If we do break back above this 30,200 range, we could put this up here. That would get us around the 33.3 range. I'd be looking for shorts if we did get a pump up to this level to at least come back down and retest here. If we retest here and got support, then we would be headed to that 39 or so in the next couple weeks. But again, a daily close below this, we didn't close yesterday's daily, but a daily close below this 28.6, guys, we are most likely headed down to these lower levels, like I said. All right, that is it for Bitcoin. Let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum, same thing. We had this rising channel or rising wedge in the RSI. Told you the break of that, we could be looking for these levels. Let me put a trend line in there. That would be right down to about this level, right around 17 would be the measured move for the RSI. We had been talking about these levels forever. This is a very old chart, guys. We can also do the same thing, take a flagpole from here, put it down. That gets us down to about the 680. Could be much lower if the bottom is actually going to be in 2023. But we broke our 1919 pretty significantly here. We had a wick below first. But right now, this is most likely going to be our rejection area. This is now new resistance. Like you guys know, my target is around 1564. And that is simply just a measured move from the breakdown of this channel. Gets us down to there. So if Bitcoin gets to that 25, 24 range, that would get Ethereum here and possibly get our bounce from there. And again, this bounce, let's put it up here, could get us possibly, depending on how long it takes, maybe up that 28.60, but a retest of the bottom of here. We also have our 21 EMA at 21.21 for resistance, and then our 55 EMA at around 25. So these are the areas we want to watch here, guys. And Litecoin, as you guys know, my target's down here around 24. Again, if Bitcoin goes in a longer term bear market into the 2023 area, this could actually be much lower. But we've had these targets forever. This is simply a target of this rising broadening wedge where it broke. and that gets us down to about the $24 range. XRP, as you guys know, looking for this 28 next, and we also have this triangle here that we put a target around 17. So this is where I see XRP. And guys, this is a super old chart. We've been watching this same chart, all of them, Litecoin, Ethereum, and XRP have not changed these charts in probably about 6 or 8 months. But we are heading towards our targets. Let's see what happens here. Let's zoom in a little bit on the daily and see where the rejection area is. We are getting rejected on the 8 EMA. But again, if Bitcoin gets a pump, all these other coins will get a pump. We could see this get as high as 56. Like I said, this could be a inverse BART, but I doubt it. In gold, we are back within our channel, but if we break up past this range here for gold around 1950, then I might get bullish on gold again, but otherwise I'm still looking for around that 1561. Silver, same thing. If we can break above this 25, then I would get bullish on silver, but until then, I'm still looking for this 1550 area. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Don't forget, smash that thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. Don't forget, I'm going to start doing videos on other stuff. Next week, I think I'm going to start maybe twice a week doing a live stream. I'll continue doing the mornings, but I'll do live stream in the early afternoon probably, and we'll be going over stocks of your choice or coins of your choice or whatever, kind of looking at the markets. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, hit that thumbs up, leave your comments, let me know what you think, and I'm out.